Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, these are your messages for the upcoming weekend of June 20th through the 22nd. Virgo, your overall energy for the weekend is the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is all about a mental conflict or avoidance or difficulty making a choice or decision. It's encouraging you to balance your logic and your intuition, and it wants you to take a deeper look or actually look at things in order to understand them before committing to something or a path or a choice. But with the Two of Swords, if you look, there's a cover over the eyes, meaning you're not really looking necessarily at all the facts or all the figures or everything, to make a decision. You're just kind of blocking it out. You don't want to make a decision. You're kind of holding both of these swords up instead of letting your arms down and making a choice. And we think of swords as like mental energy, and behind this figure is the water, and it's kind of weighty, so that's like the emotional side. So it's like about balancing your logic and your emotion in order to kind of make a choice or make a decision. Put those swords down, make a choice. How you will be feeling is this card here, the Seven of Pentacles. So you guys might be feeling like you're waiting for something to kind of come to fruition, or you could be really feeling like you're committed to long-term growth and you're willing to put in the work. You're reflecting upon all the work you've put in already. It's a patient energy. You're going to be feeling like you are steady and thoughtful in all of your actions. You contemplate things. You're really looking at things, that you've invested in already. So these are your feelings. You're going to be feeling that way. So as feelings, it's all about a commitment to your long-term growth. You're going to be feeling like you're kind of reflecting upon your progress, and you do feel hopeful, but you're also cautious. So I do feel like there's something coming up. Maybe you're reflecting upon your finances or the efforts you've put in on something. And then this card I pulled to ask, what energy can you lean into for the best results? And the energy of the Justice card is all about balance and integrity. Sometimes this can be about karma, but in this question, I don't feel like that's what it's coming up as. I feel like it's all about truth, fairness, accountability, thinking about cause and effect though. So, it's wanting you, it can also be about a decision. So I do feel like there's time, right now is the time to actually make a decision and a choice, and like balance things out in your mind in order to encourage clarity to come through. So when you have the Justice card, like I said, it's about truth, fairness, accountability, and urging you to have clarity on things, looking at things honestly and making an ethical decision, like actually making the decision. And the energy itself is about balance, like I said, and it's about kind of being objective when you're thinking, or impartial, but also thinking where your actions and your choices are weighed very carefully, which is also this energy. So I do feel like you guys will have some contemplating to do, but the Justice card wants you to be, upright and fair in your thinking and decision making. So make sure that you're making ethical choices. Really think about the truth of the situation. And you guys could be in isolation right now, or you could need some time to think perhaps in regards to whatever needs your attention here. But also your spirit's advice is smile. Simply smile and notice the profound and healing difference it makes. And the other advice from spirit is, easy does it. Your health and happiness and abundance require a gentle approach to life and work. You guys could be feeling a little bit tired this weekend for sure. You could need some time to yourself in order to contemplate whatever decisions are coming up, or whatever needs to be weighed out, whatever things that you have to examine in order to make the right choices and decisions. Cleanse your energy is part of your spiritual advice here. When you release negativity, the answer to your questions shines through. So don't let your emotions cloud your decisions. But it also says be gentle with yourself. Make sure that you really are. You might need, like I said, some time to think and it says you've been through a lot, you need time to heal and recover. So overall, I feel like you are going to be very calm this weekend in regards to this, but you do need to kind of make a choice or open your eyes to something and really sit down and think about it to make the choice. Remain fair and just and balance out your decision making, making sure that you're looking at all angles of things before you make the choice. But you can rely on your intuition. It is definitely guiding you. Spirit is around in order to make sure that you are thinking about the right things when you make this decision, but you might need some isolation in order to do that. Thanks so much for being here, Virgo. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.